Hey there, hello and welcome back to my channel once again. Today's step today's topic is HVAC system. Here H stands for heating, V stands for ventilation, AC stands for air conditioning. HVAC is the use of various technologies to control the temperature, humidity, and purity of the air in an enclosed shapes. In an enclosed space. So it controls temperature, humidity, purity of air. Okay. Its goal is to provide thermal comfort, and acceptable indoor air quality. HVAC system design is a subdiscipline of generally mechanical engineering based on the principles of thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, and heat transfer. These three principles. Okay. Refrigeration is sometimes added to the fields. Abbreviation is HVAC and R. If refrigeration is added to the system, abbreviation becomes HVAC and R or HVAC-R. It's important for short notes and MCQs. Or sometimes it may be the ventilation may be subtracted from this thing. So if ventilation is omitted, then it becomes HACR. Okay. So you see some pictures in the video, and after that we are going to the topic. So what is HVAC? HVAC is an important part of residential structures such as single family homes, apartment buildings, hotels, and senior living facilities. Medium to large industrial and office buildings such as skyscrapers and hospitals, vehicles such as cars, trains, airplanes, ships, and submarines, and in marine environments where safe and healthy building conditions are regulated with respect to temperature and humidity using fresh air from outdoors. So in many spaces this thing is used, that is HVAC. Ventilating or ventilation, that is V in HVAC, is the process of exchanging or replacing air in any space to provide high indoor air quality, which involves temperature control, oxygen replenishment, and removal of moisture, odors, smoke, heat, dust, airborne bacteria, carbon dioxide, and other gases. So V, that is ventilation, is the process of exchanging or replacing air in any space to provide high indoor air quality. That involves temperature control, O2 replenishment, removal of moisture, odors, smoke, heat, dust, airborne bacteria, CO2, and other gases. So now we are going to overview. The three major functions of heating, ventilation, and air conditioning are interrelated, and especially with the need to provide thermal comfort and acceptable indoor air quality within reasonable installation, operation, and maintenance costs. HVAC systems can be used in both domestic and commercial environment. HVAC systems can provide ventilation and maintain pressure relationships between spaces. It's important. Maintain pressure relationships between spaces. The means of air delivery and removal from spaces is known as room air distributions. Room air distribution. So what's that thing? That is air delivery and removal. Next point is individual systems. In modern buildings, the design, installation, and control systems of these functions are integrated into one or more HVAC systems. For very small buildings, contractors normally estimate the capacity and type of system needed and then design the system, selecting the appropriate refrigerant and various components needed. For larger buildings, building services designers, mechanical engineers, or building services engineers analyze, design, and specify the HVAC systems. Especially mechanical contractors and suppliers then fabricate, install, commission the systems. Building permits and code compliance inspections of the installations are normally required for all sizes of buildings. Now, if we consider it distinct Although HVAC is executed in individual buildings or other enclosed shapes, the equipment involved is in some cases an extension of a larger district heating, that is DH. Or DC, that is district cooling. What's these things? This one is a system for distributing heat generated in a centralized location through a system of insulated pipes for residential and commercial heating requirements. Okay. Example may be space heating or water heating. And now, what is district cooling? DC. It working on broadly similar principles to district heating. District cooling delivers chilled water to building. Where the buildings and offices or factories need cooling. So these are DH and DCs, that is district heatings or district cooling. Okay. In such cases, the operating and maintenance aspects are simplified and metering becomes necessary to bill for the energy that is consumed and in some cases energy that is returned to the larger systems. For example, at a given time, one building may be utilizing chilled water for air conditioning and the warm water it returns may be used in another building for heating or for the overall heating portion of the DHC networks. Basing HVAC on a larger network helps provide basic HVAC on a larger network helps provide an economy of scale that is often not possible for individual buildings for utilizing renewable energy sources such as solar heat, winter's cold. The cooling potential in some places of lakes or sweater for free cooling and this enables function of seasonal thermal energy storage. By utilizing natural sources that can be used for HVAC systems, it can make a huge difference from the environment and help expand the knowledge of using different methods. So that's all for today. Thank you for attending the classes. You please comment your name and roll number in the comment box. Okay, see you again in the next class.